Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fight fans all over the world, my name is Robert Huddleston. This is the golden age of combat sports, and we're going to discuss Thick Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the recent, long-time, legacy 205-pound GOAT. Last night he dropped several pictures on social media, him pumping iron, him looking real swole, flexing, looking like the Hulk, saying, 240 feels great. That should be terrifying for the people at heavyweight. I don't think anyone beats a 240-pound Jon Jones. They say Jon Jones runs around at 225, so he drops about 20 pounds to get in fight shape. Every time he showed up was 205. He never had an issue making weight. Never a hiccup. So he was never an enormous guy. Built if you're not familiar, he's 6'4" with an 84.5-inch reach. A very muscular upper body and long, thin legs that are honestly as big. They're the same size as his arms. Big arms, long, thin legs. Not this recent picture. From the knees up, he's really put on some thighs. Now, his trunk was always big. His pecs, his shoulders, his arms. From the waist up, he's an Adonis. An incredible physique. From the waist down, got the legs of a basketball player. If his legs matched his upper body, he'd be closer to Israel Adesanyana's frame. He's 185 pounders legs. Maybe I wouldn't say 170 pounders. I've seen some big 170 pounders. He's 185 pounders legs with a 230 pound guy's upper body. At least that's how he physically appears. That's what you played Mr. Potato Head with his top and bottom half. Well, he's got a heavyweight set of wheels now. His legs now, I didn't see the calves. He notoriously has real skinny calves. Calves are the hardest place to put on muscle, unless you've just always carried weight and have dense calves. If you've got thin calves, really hard to put muscle tissue on those. Difficult in a process, and most people just don't understand the nuances. Jon didn't show from the knees down, but from the knees up, he now has the thighs of a running back. Where before he had the thighs of an endurance athlete, a marathon runner. He now has the thighs of a power lifter or, like his brother's a professional football player. The amount of power people don't understand that, arm muscles, chest muscles, back muscles, those are nice. Look at when Dom Reyes fought him. By comparison, Dom Reyes did not have an impressive upper body. In fact, there was a goofy picture of him going around, him just kind of standing, sitting there, and he wasn't fat, but couldn't really see abs, didn't have like the breastplate, didn't have big shoulder caps. Wasn't a slob, but certainly wasn't the dude who was gonna beat Jon Jones, especially with this great big athletic pedigree. And the picture wasn't disaccurate, it just wasn't the whole story. He's got the ass and legs of a professional athlete. He looks like a running back. He looks like the guys you see on a football field. Great big thighs, great big butt, big in the front, big calves. Well, that's the way Dom Reyes is built from the waist down. He's got a 240 pounders lower body and 185 pounders upper body. But when he'd step in and hit Jon with all the power he can generate from those legs and that ass that go into his back and his arms, his back ain't got to be that impressive when your ass and your legs are. When you're built below the waist, you can generate power. All the power Jon Jones ever generated, he did so with an undersized compared to his upper body, lower body. Skinny legs, skinny butt. Nope, wouldn't call him buttless, but he wouldn't be compared to like OSP, who he fought. Great big thighs, great big butt. Dom Reyes, great big thighs, great big butt. Jon Jones with a heavyweight, lower body? He might just knock people dead. I can't imagine will be taken down, He's still going to have a reach over everyone. Now, everyone at heavyweight's going to hit harder, but Jon's kind of hard to hit. And that he's taking his time, I don't think it's going to be Luke Rockhold, where Luke is an enormous 185, but he didn't realize how much he leaned on that condition at 185. Getting down to 185 made him a machine because it was such a process. Just being at 205, he didn't have that pop. I think Jon Jones will translate different. I think he will have more pop at heavyweight. I think being skinny and then never intentionally putting on weight, I don't think he ever made weight, but when you're making weight, when you have to compete at a weight class for, I mean, he's 32, 33 now. He's been doing this since he was 23. Well, he was probably not much bigger than 205 pre-23. And since 23, he's made weight, 15 times? So every time he got 225, 230, 240, he always had to go back down. At a certain point, his body probably wanted to stay at 225, 230. He probably could have done this years ago. So now that he's doing it, he's putting on weight what appears properly. I was saying before I saw these pictures, the day before yesterday, that Jones beats everybody at heavyweight except Stipe. And then I saw those pictures. I'm like, ooh, Jones might beat everybody at heavyweight. Jones might beat everybody. Jones might be the GOAT. I don't know. Steroids aside, Jones might be the GOAT. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, share. God bless.